I'm Tudor. I live in Romania, in the countryside, more or less in the forest that you can see all around you.
Yeah.
I am pretty far away from villages. They are more than, I don't know, 5 kilometers one way and 3 kilometers another way. I live completely off grid. I live here all the time. It's not just my summer
Yeah, yeah,
vacation
yeah.
house or something. So
You live here
I
permanently.
divorced from living inside the city for, I don't know, something like 5 years.
Okay.
I go from time to time to the city to buy some stuff that I cannot grow or
Hmm.
exchange with my neighbors or get from the forest or whatever. But 99% of the time I live here in a earth bag house that I built by myself with the help of my family and many volunteers and a few neighbors,
Hmm.
and also with my 5 dogs and 5 cats.
Only one is
And
present here.
yes, yes,
Only one. He's the.
Patrocle.
Hey,
His
hello,
name is Patrocle. Is the oldest one.
hello, Patrocle.
He's almost 6
He's
now, and
hey,
he's
stay
a
there.
nice dog that
Stay
protects me
there.
from wildlife that in here it's very present. Let's
Yeah,
call it
very
that.
present and close to you.
Yes, yes, yes. Is I
Yeah.
don't have any kind of offense or anything
Hmm.
like that because I don't want to be a part of nature. I want to be one with nature.
Hmm.
So one reason I moved here is because I didn't feel in any way I tried for a very long time to be part of the city and part of society and part of all the rules and values and stuff that at one point I realized that
It's
I
too
was
much for you.
just not
Not.
necessarily, I was just lying to myself.
Ah, okay.
It was not true in any conceivable way, the kind of life that was proposed to me, at least to me, and the values
And
and
where
the
is heading
speed
everything? The speed. Yeah.
and
Hey,
the individualism
you're
and
kind indoor.
I didn't find home
Hmm.
in many of the cities that I lived in Romania. And at one point, I just realized that maybe I'm just searching in the wrong place. I tried to live for a few weeks in a tent
Hmm.
in a very remote village, and in those few weeks
You
in
just
a
try to
tent,
convert yourself kind of way to the nature or something,
I
or
tried
not
something
to
else.
convert or to.
I thought let's say I said something like, okay, I tried many types of cities and many types of jobs and many kind of cities.
No, I mean when you moved in the tent, you tried
Yes, yes,
to.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And I tried all of that,
Okay.
and I said maybe this is not the direction I should search for.
Ah,
Maybe
okay.
I
I
should
see.
search in the direction of nature.
Hmm.
And the closest thing I could get by living in nature is taking a tent and going somewhere very far away and live
Hmm.
in a tent.
So you were searching yourself, kind of thing. No.
I was searching for, in Romanian we have a word
Yeah.
which will translate more or less at home,
Hmm.
acasă,
No.
but I will not say it's the same thing, but it's good enough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was searching for a place
To
to feel
call
at home,
Yeah, yeah.
but not a place not like a building or a necessary place like a point on the map, but it was a feeling that I could not find in any other place
Hmm.
in all the cities I lived in. And in that moment, in a tent in a very remote village, while it was a downpour and I had nothing dry, I felt more at home than I felt in the previous
Hmm.
almost 40 years or something like that. So I said, like, maybe that's a clue.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I arrange all my stuff in the cities so can function without me. And then I tried for a while different places, different remote villages, and I was volunteering in very remote places and
Hmm.
in farms and stuff like that. And it was difficult, but regardless, I felt more at home with all that difficulty and all that lack of comfort and all that lack of feeling of not ownership, feeling of belonging, because I didn't belong in any of those places where I was volunteering or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I felt more like home that I felt in all the years that I had previously. So I said, okay, that is the life that I want, regardless of the, as I said,
Of the hardships and
the hardship
everything.
and the
Yeah.
lack of comfort. And
So what you think were the biggest challenges you faced when you or
uh, let me see.
some of the biggest challenges or
Somebody tried to kill me with a axe
wow.
because he got drunk
Okay, he couldn't.
and he was annoyed that somebody will choose to live in a tent in the middle of the forest that to live inside his home.
Yeah.
And because I stayed with that guy for a while, and he became a little bit violent. And I said, no, no, this is not the place for me.
Okay.
So I moved away in a tent, a few 100 meters away from him. And one night he came with a pretty big axe,
Wow.
pretty drunk. He didn't know what he was doing, and he tried to kill me, but he didn't manage it.
He didn't made it your
He
here.
didn't manage it. Okay. At one point, I managed to burn down my house. Not this one, another one that I built for a while, and I found myself in the middle of January without any clothes on my back and any paper and any phone and any
Hmm.
money and any nothing. But I had some neighbors that were welcoming and accepted me to live in their house until the spring came, so I was able to move inside my house,
Hmm.
on my land, not inside my house.
Yeah.
There was no house. Other hardships, something that I could actually mention, that is something that I could, for example, in the first year when I lived in this house, the windows, around the windows and around the doors,
Hmm.
the wind was still blowing because the walls were not finished,
Yeah.
neither inside or outside, and there was a lot of wind that was blowing through the roof. If I wouldn't have made a fire in the evening each day, the water in the glass will be frozen, and the oil that I was cooking with in the bottle was always solid. So
Yes.
it was hard to do it, but it was not a hardship. I didn't see it like that because I was feeling at home.
Hmm.
So in the same way in which somebody that lives in the
Oh, the
city,
family arrived.
it was in no way a hardship for me.
Yeah,
For most people, it would have been probably.
for
But
sure.
in the same way, if somebody lives in a city, and in order to get to your job, you have to take a bus and you have to go at a
Exactly
certain
that.
hour,
Yeah.
and you leave at a certain hour, and during winter you'll never
Yeah.
see the sun during weekdays.
So
And
that would you call a hardship
for me,
you?
that will be a
Yeah.
hardship.
Yeah.
So that will be something that I will not be willing to pay with. But to have my oil solid inside the bottle during the winter, that was like, whatever. It it was much easy for me. So in the same way, it was somehow a test of my willingness to accept something. So
Mm-hmm.
it was never some.
Yeah.
So unlike other people,
Yeah.
I am fortunate enough to have a family that supports me, and I have the passive income that will allow me anytime I want to go back to the city.
Okay, so you don't feel pressure from that financial.
No, but in the same
Yeah.
way, this kind of things that somebody else will call it hardship, for me, it wasn't, not because I could have any time took a car and went to the city and live there and leave everything behind. It was a proof that I can live without that.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have that anytime I want,
Yeah. So it was
but I
not
still
like
choose this.
exactly. Yeah. So it was not like I give up everything and I put all my finances, all my
Eggs
money
in
in
one basket.
basket, and then finish it all. I have to survive somehow because otherwise.
No, I was
wouldn't
not
have
put.
anything
I was not put to the
Yeah.
wall in any conceivable
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
No, I was not there. I
So
am
you were
not
just
now.
yeah.
But
This is important because
it is important. But in the same way, I think it's important to choose exactly what you want, because
yeah.
in some way, for me, it feels like cheating
Mm-hmm.
to have the passive income from the city to live here.
Mm-hmm.
It will be, and hopefully it will be in the next few years, it will be a much truer and valuable experience to live off the land. Because now,
Yeah, of course.
if I need something, I go to the city, buy whatever I want, and that's it.
Yeah,
But it will be much cooler to have everything from my garden, or if I cannot produce some stuff, to barter those products with my neighbors, and if my neighbors don't want them, to sell those products to somebody, and with that money to buy other products from other neighbors, or to do some hospitality services, or to have some.
yeah, but yeah, it would be cooler, of course, but that doesn't mean that you cannot you cannot say that okay, you are off grid in certain aspects, but still you use internet, still you use things, still you buy food.
I think it will be stupid to even try to go back to
Yeah,
1850 or whatever, when you
Exactly.
didn't have electricity and no internet and no communication and no
exactly,
nothing.
yeah.
So that's not the point. The point in living in nature is not to get out of the system or whatever. It's
Exactly,
to find a rhythm
yeah,
that is more in
path
tune
which is-
with a natural rhythm of the human being and with natural rhythm of nature.
Yeah,
And that can include a mobile phone, that can include
Yeah.
electricity. That
to live
can
in
include-
harmony, we can say.
Yes,
maybe,
yes, yes,
in
yes,
harmony with nature and also with the city people, with city
And
life, maybe
I think it's more important to find
a balance.
a balance, yes, a balance between you and other people.
Exactly. yeah.
Because in a city, if you want it or not, you have to meet with other people.
Yeah,
If you want it or not, you have to go to work. If you
Yeah.
want it or not, a neighbor is within
It's next
5
to you.
meters
Oh, yeah, exactly.
to
It's
you,
next to you, yeah.
in the next apartment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In here, if I want to go to visit some humans, I have at 200 meters that way
Yeah,
a neighbor.
yeah.
I have 700 meters that way a neighbor. I
And
have
you
1
also-
kilometer away that another neighbors. I can go to the village, I can go to the city, but I can choose to.
You can choose to.
I don't have to
Mhm.
to see anybody if I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that you cannot choose in the city. So I'm more preoccupied not with the amount of human contact and that I will be able to access, but with the quality of human contact that I'm able
Mhm.
to access, and the fact that
You
I
are
can
more in
choose.
control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can use control, but control
Not control.
sounds more
Yeah,
like
I know. Sounds a bit harsh.
harsh. Yes, I want to have a choice.
To have a choice, yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
have a
This
choice,
is what
and if I
like
have a
as well, yeah.
choice, I can say yes. I would like to have a discussion with
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
But
yeah.
if somebody just knocks at my door and says hello, I want to talk with you. Like no.
Yeah, here you can invite, and you also have the space where to invite somebody.
Exactly.
And yeah,
For example, with inviting, when a few years back when we had COVID, everybody was stuck inside their houses.
exactly. How did you
And
cope with the
had
COVID?
nothing.
Nothing special.
I didn't see it in any conceivable way. The only thing that told me that something is happening is that I received from the mayor office a box with some
Mask.
face masks.
Okay.
That was the only thing. But other than that, I was like, whatever.
Whatever. Okay.
I didn't change anything because I could get out of my house. I can walk around how much I wanted because I have a forest
Yeah.
around me. So I can walk however I want. I had dogs with me. Nothing changed for me.
Mhm.
So that is a luxury that not many people have. But unfortunately, I think not even that many people are willing to pay for with the hardship that I faced and the lack of comfort that they will see.
Mhm. Can you share any memorable experiences, something extraordinary? What happened to you when you felt the most, not the most happiest, but the most fulfilled? That okay, I made it. When you finish the house, for example, or something like that.
I didn't finish the house.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm
it's,
sorry then.
It's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
But
It's a living house.
Yeah,
so.
it's a living house, correctly. Each year, at the end of the year,
Yeah.
I'm making a video with how the house looks like at the end of the year.
Ah, okay. How it changed?
And I have a playlist with all the videos that I made at the end of each year since I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the way the house
Progresses.
from time to time. And sometimes I'm just stop, regardless if it's winter or summer or whatever, and look at the house and realize that 5 years back there was nothing, absolutely nothing. There was no water, there was no building, there was no bridge, there was none of these walls, no doors, no windows, no nothing. There was just a field. And to be inside the house and to realize that it's just a mud house, that you made it by yourself, is not even accomplishment. It's like it's fulfilling. Humans is the only animal that doesn't build its own shelter. So maybe I don't know. Maybe a bear doesn't make a shelter, or maybe a deer doesn't make a shelter because they don't need to. But animals that need a shelter, like I don't know, a mouse, a bird, I don't know, bees, whatever, all of them build their own shelter. Humans are the only animal that needs a shelter but doesn't build it with their own hands. Usually they pay somebody else to build it for them. And to stay inside the house, that you know that 5 years it was nothing here, and to realize that you had the opportunity to build that house with your own hands, it's a joy. It's incredible. I don't know. I don't have exact words
to describe.
Yes.
I know, because it's
a gift.
Yeah, and it's not just gratitude, not just satisfaction.
Gratitude is actually a very good word. You realize how privileged you are to be in such a I'm 43 years old this year, and not that many people at 43 have
Feel
their
the
own
same.
house.
Oh, yeah.
They build it with their own hands without having a credit of whatever amount in
And
the bank
They pay every month
to the bank.
installment, the bank or something. Yeah, the credit back, but they don't feel the same connection as you feel
No,
with the house,
no.
because
I
it's an
remember
apartment or it's a house, but it's built by somebody else, and they cannot feel the.
I remember each bag that I put, and I remember each each bucket of plaster of clay plaster, and each nail that I put, and each beam.
So you
and
cannot
each
just
straw bale. It's not-
overlook the
it's
the
not-
amount of work and the
it's
energy.
not just the amount of money that I
Yeah.
spend for this.
It's the energy.
It's the energy that I put into that I can recognize in every choice that I made
Exactly. Yeah.
all over the place. It's like a child for
And
me.
that makes the connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the same way you look at a child, and regardless if it is the how do you call it, the easiest going child in the world that doesn't go out of your word or whatever, or is the more stubborn child, it's still your child. In the same way, this house, regardless how perfect it is, or how many bad decisions I made and how many mistakes I made, it's still mine.
Yeah.
Not in the way
Exactly,
of
yeah.
ownership, but in the way of like a parent. I feel like a parent.
So we can take the conclusion that we lost this connection with, not just with the house, but we lost the connection with the nature in a way. So this feeling that it not
I
just
think it's
with
a
the
choice.
house.
It's not something that we lost. Something that you lost is something that you do not know
You don't
where
have-
to find.
Okay, because
You
don't-
lose your
okay.
keys of your house, but you do not know where to find
Okay.
them. We know where to find nature.
We know, but we
know
still
where
lost
to find.
how to find the
We
connection.
lost the will.
The will. Okay.
We choose not to live in this kind of context. We choose to have a button in the apartment that you can set the temperature for the inside environment, and you choose to have a phone to call somebody to fix whatever drawer and whatever door and whatever window that is
Yeah.
broken, and
I think we
don't know her or him.
Yeah, so we lost the connection even with that
With people.
person because, okay, I just call him to fix my.
It's just somebody that takes your money.
I don't know. It just feels weird that somebody's coming to you, fixes something quickly, and then he goes.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Yes.
What you think about this? No?
Yes. This is a reason why I
It's like
prefer-
in and out, in and out.
Exactly.
Like it's something very transactional, as we
exactly
mentioned
transactional.
before.
Correct. This is a reason I prefer to work with volunteers.
Okay.
One reason is that I can accept whoever I choose to.
Yeah.
So I know who am I going to accept. But besides the help that they are willing to give me to different tasks, I have the opportunity to know them as people, as individuals, with their own culture, their own background, their own experiences. And for me, it's more of a culture experience than, let's say, a work exchange.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, they provide me with some work, I provide them with some food and with some shelter. That's a fair exchange. But besides that,
yeah, it's way more than that.
it's more than that. To be able to stay and speak with somebody about what their job was before they came here, and what countries they visited, and what other places they volunteered with, and what
without feeling the pressure of time that
exactly, because they usually stayed for a week or two or three. And at least for me, when I work with volunteers, it's not something like at 8 o'clock we have breakfast, at 8:30 we finish breakfast, at 9:30 we start work until what hour, then we have dinner, then we have whatever.
Yeah.
No.
So it's
But with people,
no freedom in that.
yes. But if you hire people, when they arrive here, they look at the watch and say 7 hours and 59 minutes. It gives me a very negative energy.
Yeah. It's okay sometimes because you might need somebody to, I don't know, to
Unfortunately, I don't
maybe
have...
a bulldozer to arrange the, I don't know.
Okay, but in that situation,
arrange the
for
soil.
example, for a bulldozer, I don't want to stay that much here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't want to see the
It's a very
bulldozer.
bad example.
But
No, but what I meant, like, okay, in some so you can not tolerate, but you can accept that sometimes you need somebody to pay for something, and then he does the job, and then it exits from your life, and that's it. You're never
yes,
gonna
but
see him again.
it's something.
But it
to be
happens
sometimes, that
and not
most
all
of the
time.
time.
Exactly. Yeah, this is what I wanted to.
In here, I don't think there is something that was built with somebody that was paid for that task, that came at an hour and left at the bulldozer. It was that,
Yeah.
but that was the only thing that I paid by hour They came, they did their job,
Yeah.
and they left home, and that was it. But besides that, everything else, from the building of the house to the roof, to the electrical system, to the solar panels, to the batteries, to the water system inside the house, everything was either done by me or by volunteers. Some pipes in the bathroom were done by a neighbor. So some electrical stuff was done by a neighbor. And that brings a lot of positive energy when you can relate like that with people. And
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Going back to this connection with nature, it's something bigger than with everything, like with the food. So this transactional thing, what we mentioned, that um, and the quick way to reach what you need at a fingerprint, you have everything, and then this leads to not appreciate what you got quickly, I believe. What you think about this thing? Like,
you know, there are those.
so that's why we have a lot of waste as well, because we get it so quickly. And
there are in America. There is a religion. I think they are called Amish something.
okay,
Amish.
yeah,
And by default, they don't use technology. Things from a mobile phone to a tractor to things like that.
Yeah, I heard something.
But the reason they do that is not because they are against technology. They don't have anything against a mobile phone or against a tractor with a big plow behind. The reason they do that is because they consider that when you do it so fast, you lose the intimate relation with the thing that you do, with the rhythm of nature, with natural things. For example, if I go from here to the village in 5 kilometers, if I go by car, I see something. If I go by bike, I see something. If I walk, I see something else. So by going at different speeds you see and you are able to be in contact with very different things.
Exactly. Yeah.
So no, I'm not going to give up electricity or my mobile phone in any conceivable way. But yes, I can see the way that when you are not careful with the amount of time that you spend with this kind of stuff, you disconnect yourself from from nature.
Hey, you arrived again.
She's one of the girls. She's called Sharkan, and in Hungarian area where I live in, it means dragon. And I named her like that because when she was little, she was very shy. So I thought that if I will give her a fearsome name, maybe I can encourage her to be more courageous, and it actually worked.
Hey, go down. Shall we go inside?
We can go.
Kind of getting chilly.
It's colder for you? Cold?
Not very cold, but
Not a problem for me.
How now it's 20, maybe 20 degrees.
How far?
Not more
Outside?
than that, yeah.
No, it's less than 20.
Less than.
Less than.